Craving the coffee flavor you love, but without the caffeine? Kachava's got you covered with their newest coffee flavor. This all-in-one nutrition shake delivers bold, authentic flavor crafted from premium decaffeinated Brazilian beans. Quality nutrition shouldn't be complicated. Just 2 scoops of Kachava's all-in-one nutrition shake, and you've got 25 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, greens, and so much more. Whether you're craving that coffee taste to kickstart your morning ritual, or as a nutrient-packed reward to round out your afternoon, Kachava keeps you fueled and satisfied wherever your day takes you. Plus, it actually tastes delicious. No fillers, no nonsense. Just the good stuff your body craves. And for the times you feel like switching it up, you've got 7 flavors to choose from, all with the highest quality ingredients. Treat yourself to the flavor and nutrition your body craves. Go to Kachava.com and use code FITNESS. New customers get 15% off their first order. That's KACHAVA.com, code FITNESS.
This is VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Strong hour on tap. Thanks for checking in. Wheeler Fugazi coming up in 15 minutes. Steve Wyss, best bets on soccer this weekend with analysis. We'll get to NBA reaction from last night, the games Friday night, some game ones as well over the weekend. But updating the Major League Baseball card right now, what happened at the end of last hour as we were going to a break, immediately after. And oh boy, the Rangers now with the back-to-back base hits. So Rangers led 5-3. Nick Kurtz at the plate, bases loaded. He hits a pop-up to left field. Wyatt Langford, I believe, was moved to left field earlier in the game from center because of a pinch running situation. Nick Kurtz, with the bases loaded and 2 outs, pops it up. He slams his bat on the ground thinking, I can't believe I just did that, and now the inning's over with. Oops. Langford lost the ball in the sun. We're in the studio here, no volume, trying to figure out what happened.
They're talking about the wind. Wind's a problem.
The wind got it? Okay.
Yep. I don't know if they had him shaded the other way to pull it, but that was a routine fly ball that fell in. And I believe the inning started.
Oh, you got him at third.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, what is going on here?
He dropped it. He missed it.
So the bases are cleared. A's take a 6-5 lead, and now back-to-back hits. They do a sack bunt. Sterner's in to close the game for the A's, throws it to third. They drop it, goes to left field. Rangers get a run across.
Nothing wrong with the throw. He just dropped it. Oh, my God.
It's
comedy act. Because I believe the inning started by the A's. A pop-up that the shortstop lost in the sun. So this is a fiasco.
My God, the topsy-turvy. Now the Rangers are $4 to win the game, and the total is 14.5. They have runners on what should be, second and third, nobody out?
Yeah. I hate to see the bunt rewarded.
So do I.
The sack bunt works.
You know what? That guy's got to make that catch at third base,
no
but
kidding.
it was a tad high.
Well,
he had to jump for it. Oh, runners on first and third. The guy never advanced to second base.
Man. What's going on? It's not that hard. Come on. This is inexcusable. What happened in Seattle, what happened to Detroit today, you quit giving up 3, 4, 5-run innings, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, that Royals game is now 9-7 in the ninth. So maybe that one's
6-2 in the seventh.
Yeah, sure. That could be far from over with.
Yep.
In fact, it's the bottom of the ninth right now, and the Tigers have 2 guys on with 1 out.
You concerned Charlotte's too popular tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Up to 3.5. We just had Justin on, the NBA guy at Circa. Thinks they should be higher. But listen, this is it, though. This is the rollover. I don't care that they're at home. If they can't stand Mosley, the coach, and other than Bain, no one showed a lot of heart and competitive fire last night. They get blown out by Philly without Embiid. And they didn't do much offensively either. Now you're going against the Buzz City Killers. And I love the fact that they stunk and they still won the game. And it was a lot on LaMelo Ball with the hero ball. No more 16 threes. Attack the basket. Watch Avia play. Get aggressive. Find the mid-range. Get your teammates involved. He did have 10 assists. But again, more Miller, as you said. Can Knipple get going, who was so bad he was benched? He's in a funk. But this team has 2. And a little concerned that the Moose is banged up too. But 25 second chance points in the win against Miami. It's right there for you. Everyone wants to see Charlotte, Detroit in the first round after they had that melee in Donnybrook earlier in the regular season with the bad blood. Laying 3.5. Great spot. Jesus, another hit. Great spot to be in. That you're 14-1 to make it.
Yeah, 7-6 Rangers now. Nobody out. Runners on first and second.
Well, Bridges, Kobe White saved their season.
Yeah.
He needs more shots and more minutes. And Bridges was excellent, too, in the comeback. So,
You
lucky
said, yep, basically everything on my mind.
Yeah.
Yep, I totally agree with everything that you just said. Miller's their best player, by the way. So he's got to be the focal point of the offense.
Right.
And
can't be doing this. You can't shoot 35 times.
Yeah, knock it off, LaMelo. Just
Run the
stop
team.
it, please, already. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. And by the way, again, the heat check when you're not having a good night is so unnecessary, and you can't read the room and know to get your other guys involved when they're red hot. I cannot understand that mentality. I'll never understand it as long as I live. And I also, look, I mean, do I overreact still to this day? Of course, like anybody else. Hell, during the football season, we do a segment for the first month. It's called I Don't Want to Overreact, but on this show. And so having said that, it's tough not to have the last two performances by the Magic in my head. I mean, what happened last Sunday against the Celtics was just wildly disgusting for that team. And then last night, the body language was awful, and they stunk again.
Now, will they defend? Will they have the will? Will they let go of the rope tomorrow? Perfect situation. They can win the game, no doubt, but perfect situation to let go of the rope. With the turmoil, the chemistry, they can't stand the coach. Banchero's been awful. Bad performance last night. And again, the only reason they were in it was because of Bane. So I would look at Bane props again. Yeah. He's $1.10 to score 20 points. And he was aggressive in attacking the basket. But some of these other guys, Wagner playing in pain through a lot of what he was dealing with. He looked hurt, and the look on his face in the lost Sunday to Boston. But just to lose that Boston game is all you need to know. And it's about desire, will, and like Bonus said, it was a great tirade for the Columbus coach calling his team out after they lost, that these guys don't hate to lose. And that's got to change, and they don't care. And I would think the way you're looking at this, that Orlando wants the season to be over.
Yeah, it's tough for me to back a team, again, playing like this. It also has a lame duck coach the way it appears. Like, I don't really want anything to do with that. I will point out the season series. Does this mean anything? Who knows? The Magic got them the first time they played. That was all the way back October 30th. I'm completely throwing that game out. It was early. Mm-hmm. Charlotte did not know who they were at that time. The Magic beat them by 16. The next three games, Charlotte won 120 to 105, 124 to 97, and 130 to 111. The middle two games there were on the road. And that to me is key because the Charlotte Hornets are one of the best three teams on the road in the NBA the entire year. They are a better road team than they are at home, even though that home court was awesome the other night against Miami. And that's a good basketball region in this country. Look at the college basketball that they have there, obviously. And this team has never done anything. They've been, as I called them, probably the most irrelevant franchise in all of North American sports going back until finally this year.
9-year playoff drought. Number 2 offensive rebounding rate as well.
Yeah, they should absolutely take care of business, but I'm scared about how popular they are for sure.
All right.
The other game is there's no way I'm betting against Golden State.
Okay.
Absolutely no chance. And am I overreacting last night? I don't think I am, because that meant something to them, and that experience to me means a ton. And I know the Clippers are the Clippers, and that's exactly who they are and what they do. But I'm not betting Phoenix. I would only look at taking the 3 points here.
Looked like they were begging to get beat for 3 quarters.
I know it.
But then the Clippers let them hang around, and it's like the game of runs was incredible. I mean, it started.
That's been the play-in so far.
It was 10-1. Then Golden State takes the lead. Clippers go back up to an 8-point lead. Golden State makes a run. Then they're up 8 in the fourth quarter, and then it's raining threes, and they drop 40-plus points in the fourth quarter. Horford hit a bunch. Green was great. Curry knocking down all those threes, hit 7 threes. And Porzingis, there's a lot of talent there. And when they get going and they're knocking down shots, it's what's there to like with Phoenix too, considering that they were down big against Portland, and you got that kind of performance out of Green and Brooks, and you still got beat. So, do you get as Allen back? Can you get Grayson Allen in the lineup? But still, they overachieved, and it was a big surprise that they're in this spot, being the 7. But I think experience matters, big game experience. And Kerr's did an excellent job, too. So
what are the minutes restrictions tomorrow night? Porzingis played 27 last night. He had 20 points. Curry played 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I would imagine they're going to push 30-plus again tomorrow night, right?
Whoever wins this game, load up Sunday on OKC. How about that turnaround?
100%.
Game 1, whoever wins has to go to OKC and play an early game Sunday afternoon.
And I will give you this.
That's a horrible turnaround.
Yep. The Friday winners in the history of the play-in game. So meaning they play again on Sunday, they are 2-9 straight up, 4-7 against the spread. It has not gone well in their next game. By the way, I just have to update this. The bullpens, it's now 9-6 Rangers. They're still batting with runners on the corners, but even worse, the Royals just lost.
No!
10-9. They gave up three runs in the bottom of the ninth. We're live on the air. We're talking about this, but we're not making bets on these teams just to come in and blow it every single time. I'm telling you, if you just bet in any of these games today, the plus prices on bullpens to blow the games, just based on what's going on in this window right now, you're cleaning house.
There were 11 runs scored in the Detroit game from the 7th inning on.
Sure, why not? Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man.
And I got to say that unless the Rangers score 15 more runs here in the top of the ninth, are the A's dead? I'm not going to rule them out. Let's see who they have coming to the plate here. It might be the bottom of the order. It's Wilson, Cortez, and then Butler, the way it looks. So it's 5, 6, 7 for the A's coming up. But
too bad. You're in first place alone for the first time in 5 years. You have the nice rally at last 3 hitters.
And by the way,
gasoline on the fire.
What I think they're also kind of up against it with the bullpen, because the guy who started the inning, I mean, we're watching this right now live. He has absolutely nothing, and the Rangers he's still in the game. Still pitching.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, you're looking at this right now. He's only throwing 19 pitches, but he can't. 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2/3 of an inning. Let's keep him out there. Good job. Finally got out of it.
Royals, 2 runs or fewer, 7 of their last 8 games. 6-2 in the 7th. They erupt and take the lead. Bullpen blows it. Oh, man. Detroit, 7-1 at home now.
We have 3 more games coming up tonight on the schedule, Paul. I'm guessing at least one of them will have a blown lead. That we have?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
Seattle, San Diego.
There you go.
You just can't lose games like this. It shouldn't be that difficult, guys.
They would turn into the biggest favorites in league history if this situation falls into their lap. Real or Fugazi coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard are here to make you a friend of ours.
That would mean you were made guy.
Investigating what is and isn't legit.
That's a Fugazi. All right? That's a Fugazi. I looked at it for 2 seconds.
Seeing through the lines to make you a better.
I know you know. And I know you know I know you know.
The FTM Army is being sent for.
In our thing, you get sent for, you go in alive, you come out dead. And it's your best friend that does.
These 2 wise guys would never steer you wrong.
Forget about it.
This is Real or Fugazi on Follow the Money.
Side note, I had somebody tell me that I absolutely have to watch Peaky Blinders. I've never watched the show.
Yeah, I know.
I feel bad about that one.
5 seasons, though.
I know.
I know. I know. I feel I got to watch it. I love the cast. Oh, no. I'm way behind.
It looks fantastic. I should have done it real time. Didn't, and then it's same thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pauly, you need to stop fighting this. You need to, specifically.
No.
Steph Curry is on the NBA's first team all-time starting 5. Real or Fugazi?
Fugazi.
Oh, boy.
forget Magic Johnson.
I don't forget him. I mean, Steph
He was
Curry's better.
unbelievable. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Was Steph Curry ever the best player in the league?
Oh, yeah, for
No,
sure
he was not.
Yeah,
He was never better than LeBron.
Unanimous
no, he never
MVP.
was.
No doubt he was.
That was a great year, but LeBron was a better player, though.
I disagree.
Oh, come on.
More effective from 28 feet out than Dwight Howard at the rim.
Had some bad playoff moments, too.
Oh, he's had some unbelievable playoff
He's
moments.
had some bad moments as well, though, too. And I would say the MVP.
LeBron's fallen on his
Durant.
face multiple times in the playoffs.
Yeah, but going back to the year, though, the years, when you want to say the argument, it was still LeBron was the better player. And certainly Golden State had some great teams as well. I believe the Lakers were the 1 seed 9 years in a row. Something stupid, too.
Well, look at how loaded they were. It was completely unfair back then. Hey, oh, by the way, you got Kareem and Magic, and now you're going to get James Worley in the draft. Oh, okay, sure.
Not the best defensive guy either. Love him, but can't get there. Fugazi.
He's,
Fugazi.
without hesitation, all-time starting five.
No.
A healthy Sixers team will give the Celtics a run for their money. Real or Fugazi?
Well, not going to happen, though. So I can't. I just can't get
Can I
there
phrase
with
it?
Embiid.
If Embiid were healthy, they would?
Boy. This team did lose in the second round last year. So all this talk about Tatum and Brown, and I'd still say it's a disappointment. They've only had 1 ring and 2 finals appearances and the horrible losses to Miami.
I would also point out that
I'm surprised they're $9 and the Spurs are $2,000. I would think the Celtics should be a bigger favorite because we don't know what's going to happen with Embiid and how long it's going to take. I will say, though, the Celtics like to play with their food. So don't mess around and let this linger and go on, and suddenly, it's a game 6. Here comes Embiid. Don't play with that. Don't do it.
we had a year recently, Embiid with the Sixers and James Harden, where the Celtics were absolutely loaded, and the Sixers almost beat them in that series. And this Sixers team, fully healthy, is better than that team was. And I don't know if this Celtics team is better than they were that year. So it's unfortunate the guy had that happen to him. How unlucky is he, by the way? Entire career, hurt all the time.
He's missed more games than he's played in. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That just shows you about how disappointing it's been.
The Thunder winning the title, followed by winning the lottery and getting the number 1 overall pick would be great.
No, Fugazi.
Why?
Silver would lose his mind. Oh, that'd be terrible. A team goes back to back, and then they get the. Are they going to trade the pick then? I mean,
They could.
just. Oh, that'd be sick. And I know this. I mentioned this earlier, but I got to look at it. But that was the bad part about what was going on when the Celtics and Lakers dominated. All these teams were making stupid trades, and that's like, the Celtics get Len Bias. The Lakers get Worthy. It's like, it was nuts what was going on.
That's exactly where I was going with this. And by the way, the reason why I would love it is because, well, first of all, the pure dominance that they would turn into, that they, would multiply times 10, but also maybe then teams would actually stop doing these outrageously stupid deals. And they have funny money anyway, and they, signing guys to, like Ben Simmons, the contract that he got, like anybody in the world knew at the time, that's ridiculous, and why would you ever offer him that much money? He doesn't deserve it. He's not that good. But also, like, these deals that, we got to have our super team, we got to get, like, our big 3. Idiotic the entire time. And when the Clippers did it, again, on the air the next day, I said that SGA is the best player in the deal. I would not have traded him straight up for Paul George. Like, these teams are so stupid with how they operate in the NBA. Maybe if the Thunder land the number 1 pick overall, they would be like, we can't do anything like this anymore. That's why I think it would be great. And it also might contribute to, teams not tanking so much moving forward.
I would love to see a different whistle in the playoffs towards OKC. And I think a lot of people would like to see that with the SGA hijinks.
Well, they can still win the whole thing. I don't think it happens as often as you think.
I will say, okay, real or Fugazi, this is one of the most disrespectful runs we've seen, how Detroit is priced, considering how well they played during the regular season. Real or Fugazi. They're the 4th choice to win the East. And they got Cade back.
I think it's real. I think they can win the East. And I've had this conversation on this show. I've done it with JBT on Pod and a few others. They're like, no, drawing a line through Detroit. I don't know why.
Right. If they play Cleveland and all the issues Harden has had and Mitchell, how do you not take Detroit? Based on history and the fact that this is when Cleveland usually goes out with Harden or Mitchell.
I totally agree. And I heard also somebody downplaying the overall Pistons roster. I think it was actually on VSiN. There was a guest on one of the shows who said, who's their second best player? I'm like, hello, Jalen Duren's freaking outrageous.
Yeah, had a great year.
Guy's awesome. Is he chopped liver?
What did I write down? No, wait. They were plus 9.7. Plus 9.5 net rating last 11 without Kate. Incredible coaching job and a talent. And the other, they got great guard play while he was out too. Beat the Lakers.
Yeah. Yep. Ohtani can win the MVP and the Cy Young in the same season. Real or Fugazi?
Yes, that's real.
Might be this year.
But yeah, well, start he's off to what he did last night. He'd have to get the perfect storm from Skeens and a lot of guys to drop down. Yeah,
he'd have to have enough innings, I think.
Wheeler's coming back soon.
He'd have to. Yeah, how many starts does he need?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
At least 25 starts.
I don't know if the starts will be there.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I really don't. But if
that would be something,
they gave him enough starts, I think he could actually do this. Maybe this is the year. Now, a couple years ago, when he put together an unbelievable pitching campaign, I had him at 14-1, a huge bet on him at 14-1 at the time.
Yeah.
And he didn't win, but he showed the potential of like he can be in the mix.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and if he does pitch the innings,
got in the mix, right?
Yeah, the strikeouts are absolutely, and maybe voters would be like, "Hey, this would be history here."
Would you rather have a ticket on Miller or Ohtani for Cy Young?
I'd rather, going back when they were super high, I'd rather have. I do have Miller, but only pizza money at 100-1. I wish I would have fired more on that.
Okay.
On Mason Miller, the Raiders would have countless offers for the first pick if Mendoza was a better prospect. Real or Fugazi?
Like what Andrew Luck hype or what? What do you mean?
Yeah, sure.
I think the hype's there though. I think people think he's going to be a good quarterback.
No, but he doesn't have the Trevor Lawrence hype. He doesn't have the he's not. Look, this is not me saying this, but other people. It's like Arch Manning. If he were Arch Manning before last year, people still said that he would have been the first pick this year. If Peyton Manning coming out,
yeah,
I just think like we would hear nonstop reports about this team offered this and that, and everybody else wants because he's a once in a lifetime or a once in a generation quarterback. He's not that good, so I don't think the hype is really there.
Yeah, maybe he was just coached up. Maybe it was Signetti. Maybe they're making a mistake. But I don't think anyone. All this stuff is 50-50. It's a crapshoot.
It is.
You don't know.
It is.
There's going to be, one guy's going to be like what Dan said. Terrell Davis, one of the best running backs of all time. Tom Brady, best quarterback all time.
Sure.
5th, 6th round picks.
Yep. And look, I mean, the guy was awesome last year. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like he's not thought of as a guy like an Andrew Luck or a Trevor Lawrence coming out of college. And if he was, maybe they would have traded the pick already. Who knows? Let me bring this up. Kraken playing at the Avalanche tonight. Now, it's the last game of the season, so keep that in mind. But teams on a back-to-back in Colorado since 2021. That's the spot Seattle's in tonight. Yeah,
this is tough. It's up to 195 now.
4-25 straight up, 5-24 on the puck line. This season, 0-4. Thanks to VSiN host Scott Seidenberg for that note.
This is brutal.
That's unbelievable. So if this was 3 weeks ago, it's like, okay, we're going to hammer the Avalanche to death here. It would also be higher than $1.95, but...
The Kings shouldn't be $1.60. Also, because the Anaheim game goes an hour earlier. And they also have lost 7 in a row in Calgary. So I know they're drawing Colorado as it stands now, but it's still, if Anaheim goes out and wins... I mean, you look up and what if you take the ice and it's 3-0 Anaheim? What if it's at the end of the first period and it's 4-1 Anaheim?
Good point.
End up 2.
Yep.
And plus, it's been a house of horrors for them anyways.
Jose Ramirez with a 2-run shot. That was a rope to right center. Guardians leave the Orioles 2-0 right now. Bottom of the first. Steve Wyss, best bets in soccer next. He thinks this top 5 Premier League side could go down this weekend. Hello, we'll tell you which side it is coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We have a doozy coming up on Sunday in the Premier League. And to talk about it now, Steve Wyss joins the program, joins us here on the Progressive Guest Line. He is with the Betting Weekly Studios and Because We Win podcast. Steve, good afternoon. Let's dive right into this. Looking at the table right now in the Prim Arsenal, with 6 matches left, they have 70 points. Man City, 7 matches left. They have 64 points. So 6 points back, game in hand. They play on Sunday. Who do you like here in this match?
I think Manchester City are going to win this match, but they're about minus 130 now on the money line. I don't think it's any real value, but equally, I don't think there's any value on Arsenal either. Right now, the destiny of the Premier League title is in the hands of both teams. Mm-hmm. If Manchester City win every game, it's more than likely they would win the title on goal difference. And of course, Arsenal, if they win this game, they will be 9 points clear, having played a game more, but they would look very, very good. So, yeah, it's all on the line here. And historically, Manchester City have always won the really big, important battles between the two teams. So I think the same is going to happen again. And in terms of the best bet for the game, I'm going to take a goal scorer, Erling Haaland, to score any time at even money. You don't get Erling Haaland at even money very often in any match worldwide. So let's take it while we can. He scored in his last 3 Premier League matches against Arsenal. So he tends to raise it for Arsenal. And, you know, he's the sort of player, the best players raise it for the big games, don't they? And I can see the narrative after this match already that Manchester City, they've got the goal scorer, they've got the big number 9 striker, and Arsenal haven't got that. And the best they've got is Victor Gyökeres, but he's nowhere near Haaland's level yet. So I think the big Norwegian is going to showcase his ability here, and I think City will win. Okay,
let's go to Saturday. And Bournemouth with the big win upset against Arsenal. Now they take on Newcastle at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. What do you think here?
Joe, I've had enough of Newcastle now this season. They've let me down too often this year. Do you ever get a team like that in whatever sport that you just give them too many chances and in the end your patience runs out? And I think Bournemouth are far too big here. I think they're big on the money line, to be honest, around about plus 250. But let's just take them on the double chance to win or draw, minus 120. Newcastle have just fallen apart. They were so disappointing last week in a favourable spot against Crystal Palace. They're not offering enough. And suddenly their home advantage, which has been so good in recent years, has deserted them as well. They've lost 4 of their last 5 at home. So we can't say St. James's Park is a fortress anymore. Bournemouth won here last year 4-1. Oh, I can't forget that game. They completely outplayed Newcastle and did a real good job on them. It's been recently announced this week that the Bournemouth manager, Andoni Iraola, is going to leave the club at the end of the season. And he's going to be in demand, I think, by a lot of big clubs in Europe. And there was even a rumour he might go to Newcastle United because Eddie Howe's job is under serious pressure now. They're not in good form, Newcastle. And I don't think they're going to lose to this Bournemouth side who are sneaky good. They're unbeaten now in around about 10 Premier League games. So I think they can avoid defeat once more.
How about the late match? Chelsea and Man U. You see a lot of goals here.
I think it's worth taking a big flyer on a higher goal line for this game. So over 3.5 goals at plus 135. I've said it for a while now. Manchester United are probably the most entertaining side in the Premier League to watch. They're one of the very few teams that have improved their expected goals from open play this season. And, you know, often their matches are a bit end-to-end. We saw the Leeds match on Monday. I gave that as my best bet of the week on the overs, and it cashed. Mm-hmm. And this would be one of my best bets of the week as well, because Chelsea cannot defend very well at the moment. And they're also kind of in must-win territory. They're starting to slide away from the top 5, which is Champions League qualification. So, you know, draws are not going to do it for Chelsea anymore. They've got a poor defence. Manchester United, I think we can kind of let them off for that performance against Leeds because they hadn't played for about 3.5 weeks. So I think they'll do them good to come on for the run, as we say here. And they're just very exciting. Manchester United have got goals in them. I don't trust either defence. You could play it safe and play the Asian 3 goal line, but I think the value's there for over 3.5 here at plus 135.
All right. You did a little homework since the last visit. Nigel has an article up on vsin.com. He's opposing Tottenham and said if you cover up their name and a different resume with a different team, they'd be $5 to be relegated. Oh. What did you find for relegation number in January when this putrid stretch started for the Spurs?
Yeah, I mean, I look back and I think I said some crazy number like 500 to 1 last week. It wasn't as big as that, but they were 175 to 1 at the start of January. And pre-season, they were 100 to 1 to be relegated. So, but this is terrible from Tottenham at the minute. There are 14 games without a win in the Premier League. They've not had a win in 2026. That's their worst run in the league since 1935. And to be honest, it's hard to argue against Nigel there. I think he's probably right. They certainly would be much shorter in the betting if they had a different name and it wasn't about their reputation. Brighton are plus money this weekend. They're going to be a popular bet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh,
that is something.
Yeah, it really is.
Let's go to Sunday. You're going to oppose Liverpool with Everton?
Yeah, it didn't work out for me last week opposing Liverpool, but I felt a little bit unlucky. Fulham did have quite a lot of chances in that match. They just couldn't take them. I'm not having Liverpool as the clear favourites to beat Everton here. This is the Merseyside derby, two teams, massive rivalry down the years. And I think it's a great time for Everton to face Liverpool. Everton are quite an inconsistent team. They've not won more than 2 games in a row all season, and that's why they're only 8th. The good news is they're not coming in this match on the back of a win. So he doesn't worry about those sort of trends. But Liverpool, they've lost 5 of the last 6 games away from home. The one game they didn't lose was against Wolves. Does that really count? And Everton are going to give it absolutely everything here. They often get a bit too emotional in this fixture to Everton, which can let them down. But Liverpool are just nowhere near what they used to be like. They have played a lot of fixtures recently. The 2 matches against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. They could be tired. They just had a really big injury. Hugo Ekitike has done his Achilles in. He's going to be ruled out of the World Cup for France, and he probably won't see the field till 2027. Potentially. So not a great week for Liverpool. I think Everton, their big rivals across the city, can take advantage. Tyno bet I'm going with plus 125 on Everton. So we get our full stakes back if it is a draw.
Steve Wyss, the Meat Man on the Progressive Guest Line at Meatman Soccer on X. Because we win pod, follow the money. Pauly and Mitch Thiessen, the Sports Betting Network. Early Sunday, Aston Villa, Sunderland under 2.5.
Struggling to see how this is a very exciting game because, I mean, Aston Villa now, it's gone a bit under the radar how much of an under team they've become in the Premier League. 10 of the last 12 have been under 2.5 goals, and they're just saving themselves for the Europa League. They're now into the semi-finals for that. They're in a comfortable position in the Premier League table. They should get the top 5. And they face a Sunderland team. Nothing ever changes week on week. They play the same style each time. They put bodies on the line. The goalkeeper keeps making saves. They're hard to beat. They're very frustrating. They do my head in because the metrics are such a big overachieving team, but they keep getting unders. In fact, goals per game overall is the lowest of any team in the Premier League, 2.2 overall. That's goals scored and goals conceded. So we know what we're going to get. And under 2.5 goals at minus 115 looks a really good bet. In this instance, we're looking at 1-0 to either team or even the 0-0 detector.
That'd be great. Okay, so we're getting down to only a couple matches left in the lower leagues. Are you still backing Luton Town in League One as you made the case 20-1 to get promoted, and they got off to a nice start with a win last week, and they're in the mix here to make the playoffs?
100%. I am going in again on them. 14-1 to be promoted. Don't miss out on these guys. Luton Town are like a train at the minute. They won that cup final last week. They won in midweek. And I'm going to back them on the money line against Mansfield this Saturday, plus 120. This should be minus money. It might kick off minus money. Luton are playing the best soccer of any team in League One right now. I'm absolutely sure about that. Mansfield are in mid-table, nothing to play for, really. They're not officially safe, but it would take a miracle for them to be relegated now. There's so many teams between them and the relegation zone. So I'm amazed that Luton are money line plus 120. They're going to win every single remaining game this season. And all it's going to take now is one Stevenage defeat, and Luton will be in the playoffs if they win all their remaining games. And I think that's going to happen. All
right, let's get hardcore. League Two, the Bristol Rovers. What's the case here?
Yeah, I mean, Bristol Rovers are in great form. 9 wins out of 11. They're not going to make the playoffs. But every year there's a team that sort of gets hot when they don't need to get hot. It's almost too late, but there's no pressure on their shoulders and they're enjoying their soccer. I think they're going to beat Tranmere here. Plus 155 on the money line. Tranmere's form is horrendous. It really is. I think it's 1 win in 18 games. They have lost 15 out of 18 and they're winless in 11. And I think at the minute, Tranmere look like going down from League Two, along with Harrogate Town, who I did advise pre-season as well. So it's. I think the reason it's priced up is because of motivation. Tranmere need the win. Bristol don't need the win, but Bristol are much the better team at the moment. So plus 155, it's too big to pass up on.
Good job.
Very good. Follow him on X, by the way, at Meatman Soccer. Thanks for the awesome analysis as always, my man. We appreciate that. Best of luck this week.
Thanks, guys. Take care. See you next time.
Back at you. Steve Wyss on the Progressive Guest Line. Boy, he just emptied the chamber there.
A lot.
Like 9-10 bets, matches that he likes.
Leicester City's going to get relegated again. They're going to go down another league, another level.
That's crazy.
How about that?
Our best bets in pocket plays coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
Seemingly a rally every inning to start in the first 6, but it was 3-1 off the bat, but the game died in Houston. So the Astros and Rockies played an under, and the Knights have been playing a lot of low-scoring first periods. They won to clinch the division, but took their time and didn't score till late in the second period. So goal in the first 10, no good there in the hockey game. Let me know if you see movement in the games coming up tonight. Comes down to tomorrow. Hornets to make the playoffs, no minus 150. Warriors to make the playoffs, yes, plus 320. Tottenham to stay up, $1.70. Now down to $1.10, but as Nigel wrote today, should be a lot higher based on reputation. Lakers Rockets game 1 over Saturday night, 207.5. Knicks Hawks series goes over 5.5 games. Durant most points in the Laker Rockets series plus 125. To the new plays. With the 5th pick, the best price at DraftKings plus 380. Giants take Francis Mauanawa with the 5th pick. You can back it up in case Tennessee passes on Love at 4. There could be a trade. Love plus 550 to go 5th. Fano to go 6th to Cleveland plus 575. Bain to score at least 20 points tomorrow against the Hornets. Curry, most 3-pointers made in the play-in game only. $1.30 tomorrow. Seems cheap. Shepard, most 3-pointers in the series. Rockets, Lakers, even money. Sengun, most rebounds in the Lakers-Rockets series, $1.60.
Do you know what Aman Thompson is for that exact market?
That's not bad.
He averaged 7.8 on the year. He's going to play a ton of minutes. He's got to be
5 to 1.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of confidence in Ayton. And he is the second choice.
I don't blame you.
The better that. Yep. And Man City to get it done Sunday in a huge Premier League match. $1.20 at home to Arsenal. Arsenal cannot score. No offense lately. And they're also got the Champions League going on as well as they advance to the semis. So this really gets interesting if Man City wins Sunday. 3 points back with a game in hand. And I think they get it done, and the Meat Man just gave out Howland anytime at even money. There you go.
Best of luck, Pauly. Recapping the bets from last night. Matherin got there, over 11.5. Should have laddered him, didn't. But he skied over 11.5 to get there. Drummond with 10-plus rebounds got there. 2 units on that one. And I was really hoping to cash the Elts at a half unit on 14-plus at plus 350. So that one was no good. But, man, don't you have to look at Drummond every game of the Celtics series?
Yeah.
With no Embiid?
Yeah.
At least until they raise it up. Santos got there last night, over 15.5 points and rebounds. Another guy for tomorrow night to consider against the Suns. Luis Hill got exactly 5K, so that went over. 4.5 at plus 102. The Royals and Tigers pushing the first 5, and the Heat plus the 6 from Tuesday night against the Hornets. That was a winner. Pending Hornets, come on, boys. One time, 14 to 1 to make the playoffs. Chiefs first position drafted, 14-1 tight end. David Bailey, second pick overall, plus 185. Dylan Thieneman, Oregon safety, top 10 pick at 15-1. New plays here that we've added to the old portfolio for tonight. The number one edge.
How about this?
For the Opta AI. I'll trust their numbers tonight.
29-year-old rookie.
Well, striking out. He's pitched 5 games this year out of the pen, like more than 11 innings, striking out more than 12 per 9. They're projecting like higher than 6 Ks. And the number one edge for any player prop tonight with Opta AI was Ryan Weiss for Houston. I bet over 4.5 at plus 114 earlier today. I'd play it all the way down. I'd go to like minus 105 on that. And the Warriors now catching 3.5 at many, many shops against the Suns coming up tomorrow night. Got to take them. Are you going to hedge it all on your plus 320 playoff ticket?
Yeah. I believe in the Warriors.
So do I.
They looked excellent last night in the fourth quarter, and you love the vintage Curry, vintage Green performance. And not a lot to like with Phoenix, the way they're playing. You know?
Well, I would also say this, that...
But they're waiting for them. They're at home again. An extra day off.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, the minutes restrictions, what's going on with Golden State, but...
I would say based on how the play-in... It's the NBA as well, so this happens all the time. There's also a pretty good chance you're going to be able to get some, for both games tomorrow, some really good numbers in play.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these games have been just completely all over the map. The Clippers led that game for like 80% of it, 85% of the game.
They're up 10 numerous times.
Oh, yeah. And like the Suns-Portland game was bonkers. The plus prices you could have had in the span of like 15 minutes on both sides were astronomical.
Yep. In the playoffs, every game matters. So does every bet. VSiN Pro gives you every best bet, every host, every guest, the real-time betting splits, DK and Circa, AI-powered prop tools, matchup analysis, 24/7 video, show replays on the app. You're ready before the postseason begins. Get ahead of the action now. Start today. Just $9.99 or save 50% with an annual subscription. VSiN.com/subscribe. Mezek off to a hot start. 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, no hits. 5-1 with an ERA of 2. His first 10 starts, and off to a great start this season.
Pretty good.
Filthy.
I would say that his delivery is awesome. He's fun to watch, and that is for a lefty to come in like he does. That will, like the first time facing these opponents, and he's been awesome, as you just said. It's going to be difficult to pick up the ball the way that he delivers it, and he's got a super fast kick to it as well. Tricky to find that ball coming in, especially when like that guy's going to be playing in shadows. Definitely keep your eye on him. And by the way, his K prop kept going up and away today. Like it was, I'll try to track it as we speak, but it was, I looked at 5.5. It was over minus 118. I blinked and it went to like minus 146 on the over. So people realize that evidently this kid is the real deal. / this was a good matchup today for him with his K prop. 4 so far, like you said. So on a pretty good pace. How about Chase Burns today?
What are you doing?
I think 6 scoreless innings, only had 4 strikeouts.
Oh, man.
That is weird.
Needed that last week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, you're not going to be surprised at any stat line that Joker or Wemby put up in the playoffs. And kudos for, some of these books and Caesars to put this up. Joker to lead the series in points, rebounds, and assists. It's plus 140. Think about that. But he averaged 35, 15, and 11 against Minnesota. Will he score 50 in any game? Will he score 40 in any game? Will he have 20 rebounds in any game? And they have Wemby to score 50 in any game, 40 in any game, 20 rebounds in any game. 20 rebounds is plus 450. But the show these guys can put on. And that's the real thing now, which they're minus 2,000 favorite. I think it's too high. But what happens now when Wembanyama's going to play big minutes now? Because the playoffs are here.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's putting up double-doubles 8 minutes into games.
And he's only playing
if he's going for 41 and 16 and playing 27 minutes. Now what happens?
That's exactly right.
I'm looking forward to that Sunday night. That'll be great.
I'm really excited for that series. That might be my favorite one on paper. I think Portland's a damn good team. And as we saw the other night,
I want to see if
Avi is great.
I want to see if he can get to the rim.
I'm not sure he can.
The success against great defense.
How can anybody get to the rim against Wemby?
I know, it's going to be tough. That'll be fun to watch. But again, no matter what happens Friday night, you play a late game Friday and you play the early game Sunday in OKC, the winner of Golden State Phoenix.
Now, why would the league do that to teams?
That is a tough turnaround.
Is that just
you're starting with a loss to start the playoffs?
Yeah, you are. It's basically, and again, what was it? 2-9 straight up, 4-7 ATS on the Friday winners going back. So,
and that was Memphis last year. OKC, I think, beat them by 40.
Is that like the reward for having the best record in basketball?
I don't know, yeah, I see that.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So you basically, it's a free spot on the bingo card.
There are other ways to do it. Why don't we give them 5 home games
out of 7? You
can do that too.
I've heard that kicked around.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want the regular season to matter and seeding to matter too, give them an extra home game.
What do you think about playing the largest lead in a lot of these games over? These teams will get out to, they'll typically put a 14.5 or a 15.5 on that. These teams can get out to 20-point leads, and then up before you know it, it's down to 8.
Too. Yep, that's up too. Will a team come back down 20? Every series is listed.
I think, like, in some of these matchups, playing the largest lead over is not a bad idea. Like, come on Sunday, what's that prop going to be? Oklahoma City against the winner of Golden State Phoenix, the largest lead. You jack it up to 18.5?
Yeah.
They could have that in mid-second quarter.
That's big. Yep. I totally agree with what you said earlier. There's an excellent chance this is 9-1 Charlotte right out of the gates tomorrow.
Well, let's hope. Great job by everybody behind the glass. As always, stay tuned. Matt Humans, Will Hill. 4 hours of live betting action on VSiN Primetime. Best of luck with your bets tonight.